Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
And they didn't have my mic on. Zhang versus Stimmel and Stimmel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sharab Dar, P86504 for the plaintiff, Paul Zhang, who is here with us today, standing in for attorney of record, Gary Sicati.
All right. And the Stimmels are here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where are we on this case, folks?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment of rent matter. As of this date, defendants owe $14,560 in unpaid rent with court costs of $165 with a total of $14,725, Your Honor.
14,725.
That is correct.
Hold on. Pardon? Okay. Mr. and Miss Stimmel, you guys have to park. I can't have you driving while you're on.
Yeah, we actually we're supposed to be in person in that court. We were told, so I parked it right now, Your Honor.
Okay, you parked?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, counsel, the claim that you had was 14,000. Give me the total number, including costs again.
Yes, Your Honor. The total number is $14,725.
All right. And folks, what do you have to say about that?
We're self-employed. We own our own business. Unfortunately, due to COVID, our business has declined within the last year. We are completely unemployed. We have 5 children at home. We've tried multiple times to gain employment. Actually, within the last year, we've owed Mr. Zhang within $10,000 to $12,000 back rent and paid it out to him. Unfortunately, we just are out of resources and don't have a way to provide this money now. We've applied with DHS for the SER assistance, which we gave the tracking number at the last court date on the 16th. We've also been approved for an appointment with the housing assistants for Washtenaw County, but unfortunately their appointments are booking out to May. So we have an appointment May 6th on Monday at 10 a.m. But right now, unfortunately, we're strapped for resources, and this is where we're at. We don't want to do. If we had anything to give, we would give, but we have 5 kids at home, like I said, and we're barely even scraping by right now.
Okay, how much is monthly rent?
2,300.
I'm sorry?
2,300.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Well, folks, I mean, here's the bottom line reality. And that is how are you intending to get this paid? And what I mean by that is this. I mean, even with the number of children that you have, I think the max that an SCR is going to give is about 1,500. Even if you qualified for the max that might be allowable through the programs through Hawk, you'd be at 3, but more likely 2. But even if we said 3, that's only going to account for about 3,500 of this amount.
Right, we understand. We've been we have an accounts receivable of like $200,000 for our business. Like we owned a successful business, a $1.2 million swimming pool business where we built, serviced in-ground swimming pools for years. It was a 60-year company. You know, we bought it from a previous company. Unfortunately, like it's hard times right now in the economy. There's other, you know what I mean? We don't have a plan. We're working on jobs. You know what I mean? We're trying to keep our kids in school. We're being evicted. We don't know where we're going to go. I have no family here. I'm not really sure. So we're just working it out.
We also have 160,000 owed to us in accounts receivable. And so like last year we had gotten behind and I paid Mr. Zhang, my wife and I, $10,000. So our intentions are not to not pay him. And so it's a seasonal business. So I'll be going back to work here in the spring also. Once and be able to create more income. And we have to go to small claims court, which we have to collect money on that's owed to us in our business. Unfortunately, the pool guy gets paid last when times are tough, you know.
All right. Counsel, what would your client like to do?
Your Honor, Mr. Zhang is here. I believe he wants a judgment entered in the amount, but if Mr. Zhang is amenable to working something out, that's an option available for Mr. Zhang as well. But I was advised by Mr. Zhang earlier today that he would like a judgment in the amount that's owed.
With an eviction date in 10 days?
10 days.
Is that right, counsel?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So I got a family of 7. Where are they going to put themselves in 10 days?
Your Honor, if Mr. Zhang is willing to grant him more time, I have no objection to that.
Well, I understand you don't have an objection to that. I mean, all right, Mr. Stemo, have you guys thought about what to do if Mr. Zhang doesn't want to do anything, what you guys are going to do?
I mean, we've thought about it, but like you said, with the family of 7, it's not like we can just go stay with somebody. But DHS,
Ma'am, hold on. I get that.
yes.
That's why I'm asking the question. I mean, I'm asking, I guess, in a lot of ways, some hard questions because I'm saying if Mr. Zhang wants to do nothing, if he doesn't want to wait for his money and he insists upon 10 days and I just
Yeah, we'll be displaced and be
do
in a
what I'm
hotel.
going to do, if I say he gets this judgment for this amount and you got to be out by March 11th, what are you guys going to do?
DHS will be putting us in a hotel. We'll be displaced. We'll have to sell all of our belongings or leave our belongings behind and go to a hotel with our children or a shelter.
Has there been any attempts at trying to work out a payment plan, something to do with this? I mean, I'm looking at this and somehow or another, if I'm looking at 14,000, this hasn't been some big urgency because now I'm like 7 months. And even if I don't count March, because we're at the beginning of March, there's been a 6-month period. So somebody's been waiting on something. So
Well,
Well, right. Like we said before, we've fallen behind. We don't really have any income. We're barely affording gas right now. Like my car running right now.
Ma'am, I hear you. Okay.
Mhm.
I get that. What my point to all of that is have you guys talked about how this is going to look and how you're going to work out? Because the reality for Mr. Zhang is if they end up having to do that and they end up having to leave, go to a hotel, secure their family in a hotel, and you've got all this stuff, you're going to have additional cost of moving everything that's in that house out.
correct, Your Honor. And our game plan now, like last year, we fell behind months, and we paid him 10,000. We're not trying not to pay him. He's been a good landlord, so we're trying to collect money from the people that owe us, so we can pay up Mr. Zhang.
If just listen to me,
Yes,
please.
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Have the parties talked at all about how to resolve this?
No.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Ms. Widley?
Yes, sir.
I'm throwing all of you, attorney, Mr. Zhang, the Simmels, I'm throwing you guys all into a breakout room. See if you guys, I'm gonna pass the matter, see if you guys can work something out. And if you can, and it's okay if you can't, but I worry about somebody that's 6 months behind, and I got a family on one side, I've got a landlord that needs to be paid on the other side because he's probably got a mortgage on this, and you guys haven't even talked to each other.
Understood, Your
So
Honor.
throw it into a breakout room, come out when you're done, we'll figure out something. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank your honor.
Do me a favor, unlike what you guys did with me, listen to each other and talk to each other. Because you guys weren't even listening to me.
Yes, your
Thank you. Let me call this last case I got here and see where they are. Zhang versus Stimmel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sharab Dawar, P86504 for the plaintiff.
And the Stimmel's there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, you guys sent you out to talk. What happened? Nothing?
Your Honor, we weren't able to reach some type of payment plan or agreement. However, my client has agreed to extend the judgment date by 20 days. So March 21st would be the pay or move out date, Your Honor. And if I may, the reason being is
Well, hold
that
it. They're gonna extend it by 20 days, meaning an extension by 20 days would put them at the end of the month.
no, Your Honor, instead of the statutory, I apologize. Instead of the statutory 10 days, he's willing to give them 20 days, Your Honor.
Got it. I see what you're saying. Okay, Mr. Stim. Okay, they're doing whatever they're doing.
No, I'm here, your honor.
All right. So that the 20 days is not agreeable to you, I take it.
No, I mean, no.
All right. So what are you guys looking at in terms of how to resolve this?
I'm trying to get, like I said, funds for accounts receivable. I want to pay Mr. Zhang as quickly as I can. He's been more than fair, I will say that, and I don't want to do this to him or his family either. So I'm going to small claims court for the money owed for our business and try to get judgments from them. You know, to
Okay.
pay Mr. Zhang, and
But that's not going to turn into cash unless they pay you. So here's what I'm going to do.
and your honor, we are a seasonal business, and we'll be wrapping up for work here soon. So I'll have more
I understand
steady
that.
income coming in.
I understand that, but as you ramp up, April's going to become due. And so we
Correct.
have a problem with that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find that there's no tribal issue after hearing in this case. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession to the plaintiff. They're only asking for a possession judgment. However, no writ will issue until after the 29th. So I'm going to give you additional time to the end of the month, see if you can get this clear or work something else out with the landlord.
Thank you, your honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
You have
right.
a wonderful day.
Thank you. And counsel, just get the judgment over to us. I'll sign off.
Understood, Your Honor. And is that through online my filing, email, in person?
Probably email over to our court. We're not my file yet.
Okay, understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it for us? All right. 14A.